history is not always loud. Some stories were whispered, some names were erased, and some lives changed the world without ever being celebrated. Here, we slow down, we listen carefully. This is where forgotten voices speak again. Welcome to Quiet History. In the early 1950s, a single photograph quietly revealed the secret of life. It showed how every human being is built. It explained inheritance, disease, and identity. That image changed science forever. But the woman who created it was overlooked, ignored, and nearly forgotten. Her name was Rosalind Franklin. By the middle of the 20th century, scientists knew something important. Inside every living cell was a substance called DNA. It carried instructions for life, but no one knew what DNA looked like. Was it flat? Was it circular? Was it twisted? This question mattered more than anyone realized. If scientists could understand DNA's structure, they could understand life itself. Around the world, laboratories began racing toward the answer. Britain became one of the main battlegrounds. And at the center of it stood a quiet, serious woman who trusted evidence over ego. Rosalind Franklin was not a dreamer. She was a chemist. She believed facts mattered more than reputation, precision mattered more than speed. She studied X-ray crystallography, a difficult technique that used X-rays to reveal the hidden structure of molecules. It required patience, mathematics, extreme attention to detail. Few people could do it well. Rosalind Franklin could. In 1951, she joined King's College London, where she was assigned to work on DNA. From the start, she faced resistance. The lab environment was tense. She was often excluded from discussions. Her expertise was underestimated, but Franklin ignored the noise. She focused on the data. A single X-ray diffraction image, clear, symmetrical, unmistakable. It showed a helix. That photograph became known as Photo 51. It was the strongest evidence ever produced of DNA's structure. But Franklin didn't publish immediately. She wanted to be absolutely certain. That decision would change everything. And if stories like this matter to you, if you believe forgotten history deserves to be remembered, then consider subscribing to Quiet History. Here, we tell the stories history almost left behind. Without Rosalind Franklin's knowledge, Photo 51 was shown to two scientists at Cambridge. When one of them saw the image, he instantly understood DNA's structure. Using Franklin's data, a model was built, the double helix. In 1953, the discovery was published. It changed biology forever. Franklin's name appeared only briefly. Her role was minimized. She had done the hardest part. But she did not receive the spotlight. Rosalind Franklin left King's College soon after. She moved on to new research. She studied viruses. She continued producing groundbreaking work, but recognition never came. In 1958, Rosalind Franklin died of ovarian cancer at just 37 years old. She never knew how famous DNA would become. She never saw textbooks credit her contribution. For years later, the Nobel Prize was awarded for the discovery of DNA's structure. Her name was not included. The rules stated the prize could not be awarded after death. History moved forward quietly, leaving her behind. Over time, historians looked closer. They reviewed letters, lab notes, timelines. The truth became undeniable. Without Rosalind Franklin, the discovery of DNA would have taken much longer. Her work was essential. Today, she is recognized as a pioneer of molecular biology. But her story raises a difficult question. How many others like her were erased? Rosalind Franklin did not chase fame. She chased truth. And even though history overlooked her at first, the evidence, just like her science, remained. So when we talk about DNA, when we talk about the code of life, we must remember the woman who helped reveal it. Even when no one was watching, what other stories are still waiting to be told? Rosalind Franklin did not chase recognition, she chased truth. And though history looked away, her work never disappeared. Quiet stories often shape the loudest changes. And sometimes, the most important voices are the ones we almost missed. If you listened to this story all the way to the end, thank you. It means you care about the quiet parts of history. The stories that were overlooked, the people who were never properly thanked. By subscribing to Quiet History, you help keep these stories alive. And you make sure they are not forgotten again.